When will Black women ever learn?
Y'all will literally not believe what just fucking happened to me on this date. I'm gonna have to call y'all when I get in the car. Yeah, fuck he talking about. I literally went on a date with a guy. Mind you, he's sitting right next to me. I ordered what I want. He didn't want to order anything because he ate. So he just ordered a drink. He hears it clearly because he's right next to me. The food comes. He started making all these comments. Oh, you ordered that? Oh, you gonna eat all that? Mind you, I told him that my friend flew into town and that after dinner I was gonna go see her. He's like, did you order some food for your friend? He was like, if I wasn't here, would you order all that? The kicker is, this man said, oh, I'm gonna go. He lays down $100, walks off. He left.
Hey guys, what's going on? If you are new to the channel, new subscriber, or you just came across this video, my name is Allie Robbins. I am an indie filmmaker and content creator based out of Connecticut, but I've been doing some traveling and I'm recently been residing in Florida and trying to decide whether I want to stay in South Florida, because South Florida honestly is a bunch of bullshit. On this channel, I do a lot of filmic and social media content reactions and commentaries. And you can actually follow me on my podcast where I talk about life as I travel, and I do photography. All that could be found in the description bar below. But on this channel, outside of films, I've been finding a lot of people doing some dumb shit on social media and are proud to post about it as if shame is not a thing. So I came across this story. There comes a point where you want to believe that people are just going to learn and just stop posting. You could do whatever you want, but you don't always have to post your stuff on social media for the world to see. And in this particular story, of course, the person has the comments turned off, because why would you not have the comments on? And so you could read all the good and the bad comments that are coming your way. There's not one video on my channel where if people did not like my opinion, that I would turn the comments off, because that's insane. I really want that dialogue. I really want to hear what people think. And it's really interesting to hear the common sense people talk, as well as the people that have been literally, stripped from common sense. Just talk about it in the comment section. So this video came about because this woman went on a date, and I believe it's in Texas, Houston, Texas, which I've heard a lot about Houston, Texas. The goal of traveling for me was to end up in Texas, but then travel throughout the Midwest. I just happened to stop in Florida because the timing just worked out perfectly. But I heard that Houston is one of those places that it's really hard to date because people there are the most. If it's not the sexually transmitted diseases flowing, it's the women expecting a lot and men not putting in the work. It's just a lot of nonsense that if I thought South Florida was bad, I would be sorely disappointed in Houston. So this woman goes on a date with this guy that's about 20 years older than her, and they go to this restaurant called Eddie V's. And I've seen Eddie V's in Florida, and I guess it's a very upscale steakhouse. He brings her to this restaurant. They get picked up in a black SUV sort of level. He went all out for this chick. And I've seen the prices on the black Ubers. He was putting his best foot forward with this one. He orders a drink and tells her he's not hungry. In the process of that, she ends up ordering
a half a dozen oysters. I ordered lamb chops, mac and cheese, Brussels sprouts, and crab fried rice.
I'm just basing it off of the takeout from Chinese spots. The crab is always going to be the most expensive, the crab or the fish. Lamb chops, no matter where you're getting it at, if a restaurant is offering lamb chops, you're paying a heavy penny. And oysters, for someone who knows that she's the only one eating, why would you order appetizers and entrees? She claims he invited her here.
Prior to this date, I told him that I wanted steak. I said I was in the mood for steak and asparagus, mac and cheese. I was saying all this. So it's not nothing that was just,
I might have an unbiased opinion. I have a very unbiased opinion, but it might not be a popular opinion. I think they're both in the wrong for this one. Her logic doesn't make any sense, but I can understand her point of view. While I can understand the guy's point of view, even though he's not saying anything, we're getting it from this chick's point of view. But here's my thing. If you knew you weren't going to be if you weren't going to be hungry, you're only going to get cocktails as a guy inviting a girl out to a date, why would you go to an expensive spot like Eddie V's? Question of the day. And you knew ahead of time that she wanted to order steak because she told you that. And you telling her, because you're the one that chose the spot, she said, oh, I'm definitely in the mood for a steak, so you choose that steakhouse. But it's if you knew you weren't going to eat, why bring someone to an expensive steakhouse? Also, his reasoning behind why he didn't want to eat was because he ate with his child.
Why would you eat? We had dinner plans. He was like, because I have a 7-year-old. He got smart. He was like, because I have a 7-year-old. Mind you, this man been calling me all day, making sure I'm going on this date, making sure I'm okay. He wanted to send me food earlier, was letting me know that we had to push our date back a little bit because he still had his son and he had to wait a little bit longer to drop his son off to his ex-wife. Cool, no biggie. So why would you eat knowing that we had dinner plans?
So my question is, you knew off the rip that you weren't going to eat, because you ate with your son. But also, I don't know, I don't have a kid. Do you have to eat with your children when they eat? You would invite someone out for dinner to not eat just so you could eat with your child and just order drinks at an expensive restaurant. So I'm just taking it from how drinks are when I'm in Connecticut and just places in Florida, certain places that are not happy hour. Cocktails are not cheap. I mean, you're spending upwards of 15 to like $20 a cocktail. So I get it, but you chose this spot. Now, granted, I am totally against someone, even though they go to an expensive restaurant, to order the most expensive things. I just think taste and tact is a very important thing. And I actually heard the opinion from this story from my girl Riva. I enjoy watching because I do like her take. But some things, I mean, she wasn't giving the guy enough accountability on this. Like, if you knew you weren't going to eat and you were just going to drink, you could have taken this chick to a much cheaper restaurant, especially since you're the one that chose the spot. It's not like she said, hey, I want to go to Eddie V's. You said, oh, we're going to go to Eddie V's. And she's like, oh, that's cool because I'm totally in the mood for a steak. So you knew automatically what she was going to be getting. On top of that, I don't know Houston. You know, maybe they just have a bunch of like upscale bars, but I highly doubt that you couldn't find like a nice casual bar. Get some finger foods. And the nerve of him, I'm giving them both this smoke, because the nerve of him to bring her to a spot knowing that she was going to eat because she told you what she was going to eat, and then you start criticizing all the food that she orders. But then on her part, you know he ain't eating. You know damn well you weren't going to eat all that goddamn food. Like, why are you ordering all this goddamn food? Taste and tact is very important. I think sometimes people are under the impression that, oh, this person brought me to the seafood spot, thus I must order all the expensive seafood on the menu. Or this person brought me to a steakhouse, so I obviously have to order the most expensive steak and all the sides. And why would I go to a place like this and order steak if I'm not going to get appetizers? So obviously I'm going to order some oysters. Like, fault is on both of them. I'm taking that and I'm holding that because it makes no sense. Personally for me, and I'm saying this solely for me, from the dates that I've gone on in Florida, in Connecticut, when I go out with someone, I genuinely try to make it, especially if I don't know them, I try to make it a coffee date. I'll even pay for my own coffee. If it comes to food, honestly, I normally go to restaurants where I know people at. First off, they'll be able to watch and see things that I wouldn't be able to see, but also the restaurants that I normally go to, I probably go to like a happy hour. Third point, I would never go out and order something that's more expensive than the person that I'm with. Case in point, if I was to go out with a guy that said, hey, I'm not hungry, I'll just get some drinks, I'll most likely get like a salad. And most people that know me when I go out, there's two things that I normally don't eat or drink when I go out. I don't drink restaurant water, or do I eat salads, because I don't trust people when it comes to salads. But I would bite my tongue and I would order a salad if I was with someone who wasn't hungry. I don't know why, because there's a respect level thing. There's a respect that comes with going out with someone and understanding that if we were to split the bill, or if he was to pay for the bill, I don't want him to feel like going out with me would be like making a car payment. It shouldn't feel like that. That's why coffee dates are so important, which is why I'm so confused as to why the guy thought that Eddie V's would be the great first date. Yeah, get mad at the girl for ordering all that food, but get mad at the guy for putting the girl in the situation to have her order all the expensive food. I don't understand when people put themselves in situations that can only go bad and then get mad when things go bad. Now again, we're hearing all this from the girl's perspective. We have no idea what this guy is thinking, even though we know that the guy put the $100 bill on the table, and then left and did not give a shit about if she got home safely or not.
He puts $100 cash down, walks out. He doesn't say bye. He doesn't say it was nice meeting you. Do you have a ride home, or are you okay to get home? Because remember, like I said, I Ubered with him. He didn't say anything. He just got up and left.
I mean, Houston is still a big city. I know safety is important, especially since you knew that she came with you. But also, she definitely ordered food with the intentions on bringing it back to her friend, because even me, I like eating, but there's no way from all the stuff that she ordered that it would be just for her unless she planned on eating for like 2 or 3 days. And on top of all that, I don't want to go on a date and like order a bunch of food because I'm super hungry. I would most likely, in my opinion, from my experience, I would normally eat prior, so there's never going to be a situation where I'm going to overeat to put the person in the position of feeling like they're going to be paying an arm and a leg because I came out starving while they came out just wanting drinks. There's a taste and tact and an etiquette that comes with going on dates, and I think it's kind of sad that some people don't understand that. In reacting to this video, because there's 3 different videos, and I didn't expect it to be long, but it literally was long for no reason. My opinion, good for him for leaving, bad for him, you chose the restaurant, good for her for thinking that she could pull a fast one, but bad for her because she thought she could pull a fast one.
Baby, you think I can't afford a meal? I said, honestly, if you wasn't here, I would have still ordered like this. This is how I eat with my friends. This is how I eat when I'm by myself.
In my mind, I'm I'm thinking, well, if you could afford this food and you know that he's not eating and he's only drinking, what would have been so hard of her to just say, hey, don't worry about it, I'll take care of the food if you want to take care of the drinks? I don't know. I feel like some simple issues could get resolved with simple resolutions. I could be the one that's crazy. The simple response would have been, hey, I'll take care of the food if you want to take care of the drinks. Easy. I don't know, simple-minded person over here. I see things in Florida. Sometimes people put themselves in situations that are easily resolved in a matter of seconds by just using common sense. I'm just here reacting to stuff because a lot of people like to put bullshit on social media, then get mad when people respond with common sense and then they turn the comments off. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you guys did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you're always notified about the new videos that I have coming out. Like I mentioned, I do have a podcast where if you just want to hear what's going on in my life, you could always just tune in. I'm on quite a few different platforms. So if you're on any of these platforms, for sure believe you are probably on one of them. You can hear what's going on because South Florida life is ridiculous. Who lives in South Florida right now? Who understands what I mean? Why does it feel like there's a lack of common sense roaming around in South Florida? And I specify South Florida because my goal was to live in Naples, and I generally like Naples. Maybe not because of the common sense. I think the common sense thing starts to leave people, especially when they're in an environment that's like 80-90 degrees all year round. Like something about the brain, the common sense part of the brain starts to melt when you're around a bunch of heat. Sometimes you need to be in some cold weather to put you back into reality, and I feel like that's lacking in this area, but that's just me. Let me know in the comments below, do you think the girl was right in ordering all that food and then complaining about it on social media? Do you think the guy was right for inviting that girl to Eddie V's on the first date and then getting shocked when she orders all the expensive food? And do you think there's a little bit of etiquette lost amongst people when it comes to dealing with them on a dating perspective, on the dating field? Let me know in the comments below because I'd be very intrigued to hear what you guys think. I love you all. New subscribers, I love you all. You guys know that I love you, and I say that all the time because I genuinely mean it. And I hope to see you all in the next episode.